Hello and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is May the 11th, 2025, and it's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. The sun is shining. We have the shade right now from some of the trees. We're going to be getting our cold season stuff put in here. And this was hardened off before we are planting it out. We grew it in the greenhouses. Now we did use soil blocks this year. You can see what soil blocks here look like. So we're going to be adding something new this year to the garden. I've never used these before, but we're adding the netting with the hoops to keep the cabbage butterflies off of our stuff and keep them from keep the larvae from destroying our crops. So the holes are dug and we're getting this measured up here to figure out. I got a whole kit. It came with the covering and everything. So this is one hoop in, and I will show you how to put these together here. Okay, so we have these little metal connectors here, and we have our posts, so we're just going to slide those together there. And you can adjust this for whatever height you want. I think we need 4 of them to make one. I believe that's what it was. Oops. Thank you. Here, yep. Go. There we go. And they just slide in real easy. And then you have your longer piece, and you bend it when you put it in. So as you put this in the ground, it will actually bend for you. They're super easy to bend. And this is our netting here. I have not opened this up yet, but this is 10 feet by 50 feet. So it's 10 feet wide by 50 feet long. And then we have the little connector clips to actually hold our fabric on. So I will have links for this stuff down in the description. I did spend quite a bit of money this year as an investment because we were tired of having our stuff being eaten by the cabbage butterflies and some of the other stuff, and we really wanted to get our harvest this year. So I went ahead and I bought a bunch of different stuff, and we're going to be using it here. So the soil has been amended here with aged horse manure, Epsom salt, blood meal, bone meal. So it gets mixed in then after it's all put in the hole. And then we're ready to plant. So this is the actual size of the hole here, and we mix the stuff together in the center of it, and then we put our plants right in the center. So we put our black plastic down here. This is our weed barrier landscapers fabric. I'll have a link for this down in the description. We started using this last year on the flower farm, and we liked it so much that we're now using it in our vegetable garden. So we're getting the holes burnt here. You want to watch that your fabric does not catch on fire. This is not something that is recommended for children to do. If you happen to, you can see he got blistered there. He grabbed a hold of the fabric before it had a chance to cool down, and he wound up burning his hand.
It was actually in under the ground.
So if by chance your fabric would catch on fire, you want to put it out with the end of your torch there so that it doesn't spread. So while you're doing this, you want to make sure that your area is free of children and pets, and just be really careful with it. No loose clothing, have your hair back, and just be really safe and careful with it.
And do not do this over straw and burn it with this.
Okay, I'll
Or hay.
repeat what he said here in case you didn't hear it. Do not, if you put straw or hay down in your garden or in your beds or something like that, do not burn your fabric over it. You will have a fire. It will be a huge mess. Don't do it. We used to cut these out with a utility knife, but that took a really long time and it was just very time consuming. So this works best for us, but do whatever works best for you and what you're safe with. So we use these pins here, which I'll show you. So we have these U-pins here that we're sticking in. If you get it caught on a rock, you're going to have a hard time getting it in. If you need to pry these out, a screwdriver or some kind of a flat rock I find works well for them. And this helps to hold your fabric down so that the wind doesn't grab a hold of it and just rip it out. Yeah, it's once you get them in there, they're harder to get out. So, here's a little stone here. Okay, you got it. Okay, so we have one of our cauliflower plants here, and I wanted to show you something. You can see this here is putting roots off. So we're going to bury our stems down to about, hold on here, let it focus in, to that leaf nod, where that leaf nod was, and we're going to bury our stem about up that far. And this is going to put roots out. Some of our plants grew with like an elbow on them, we're going to call it, and we want to get that down so that we don't have any issues with the wind tearing them out or anything like that. So we're going to do that with all of our broccoli and cauliflower.
Is there Brussels sprouts there?
Yeah, there's some Brussels sprouts in there. These here are the Brussels sprouts right here. You can see they grow differently.
Put them on the very end.
So we're going to get this planted here.
No, wait a minute. Brussels.
So we're getting the soil blocks apart here. And we should have separated them when they had first started growing, but this was the first year we ever used them, so we were learning. You can see here's two of our Brussels sprout plants here. This is the Catskills variety. And it can be hardy. We've harvested these off already in December and January, and we're gardening in Pennsylvania in Zone 5B. Okay, so this is one of our cauliflower plants here, and we're going to do one of these first because we've decided to put the shortest stuff up front, and then we're going to put our taller stuff down further in the garden.
So this don't have to be that deep, okay?
Yeah, just take that leaf off there. So the hole got made a little bit bigger, and we're just kind of moving some of the ground around so we can drop our plant in there. And then what you do is you just take the ground from around the sides and you just pull it in around your plants.
Now we're right above that elbow.
And we're above the elbow.
Nice little plant.
There. So that's going to grow roots out the stem that's underground, and it's going to help secure the planting, give it more nutrients. So we have all the rest of these to get in, and then we're going to get them watered. So we'll be back. So we have all but two planted. We ran out of holes, and we're just getting these watered here. So you can see these here were already watered, and we still have all of those left to go. And then we're going to work on getting the mesh netting put up so that the rabbits and the cabbage butterflies and everything else doesn't destroy our crop. Now, any leaves that have anything like this on, we're going to be taking them off before we put the covering over. I'm not exactly sure what happened to them. Like I said, we were hardening them off outside, so it's hard to say if something got on them or what happened to them. So you can see the Brussels sprout plants are here, and they go out through. Now, some of these came up later, and they were smaller, so the fabric was tacked down so that it did not cover the littler plants. So we're working on getting the hoops put in, and we're trying to figure out how far to space them apart. Okay. So the hoops are all in place now.
Oh, hoop, hoop.
So we were checking the leaves to make sure that we didn't see anything on them. I have to check this one here. And we're taking off anything that doesn't look the way that it's supposed to. We don't want to have any kind of issues under our canopy net. So that one there needs a little fixing from when it got watered.
A lot of dirt up above.
So we're going to get our netting out here, and then we're going to fasten it with these clips here.
Help.
So we did have to piece two of these together because our row was so long. So this is how you fasten your netting to your hoops. So we did have to use some of the second kit for this.
Yeah, I'll have to rig it.
And we are still working on getting this completely finished. It's covered just for tonight. It's late, so it is going to need worked on a little bit more tomorrow or whenever.
Do you want my clothespins to pin this together?
We'll probably put a rock on it or something. So we have it secured just for tonight. We have some rocks on it because of how late it's getting. We didn't even get our supper yet, and it's past 7 o'clock.
Past 8 o'clock.
Oh, past 8? Okay. Long day. So you can see the big long tunnel here. We did get some flies in here, which we were trying to get them out. And not the easiest thing to do to try and get those out. You definitely need a few people to help with this. So it's rained since we put this on. We actually, thankfully I bought 2 kits because we actually had to open the other kit because of how long this row is. And we had to put 2 nets together to make the full row the whole way out through. So it's rained since we put this up, and there are water droplets on the leaves of the plants in there, so it does allow the rain to pass through and go in. You can see it has been weighed down with the rocks and stuff so that the wind couldn't blow the netting off of the hoops and off of the plants. So as these continue to grow, I'm going to come back with more video updates, and I'm going to tell you how this is working for us. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button as I put a new video on. Thank yous for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.